Hey, what's going on, guys? So, I've been trying to make this video for a while. I just haven't had time to make it between being a dad and, being with the kids and doing stuff around the house and just going out having fun. But here we go. So, as you guys know, the Goblin is finally street legal. Finally got my plates, everything. Everything's ready to go. The process in North Carolina is not that bad. So in North Carolina, you got to have pretty much all I had to have for my experience with North Carolina. This is not going to be based on, everybody's experience. This is what I went through in North Carolina. So with mine, I had every single receipt that I could have, I had it. Just kept it all in the folder. I went to the licensing and theft office, and you got to go between Monday and Thursday from 8 to 10 in the morning. You go at 10:01, 10:05, they ain't gonna see you. It's only 8 to 10. You go outside, make sure you early because usually there's a few people there usually. So I went to my office. The guy came out. He did one of these. It's North Carolina Division of Motor Vehicles, licensing and theft. This one is not for the Goblin, but it's the same paperwork that they do for the Goblin. Make sure you got your VIN number that you get from DF Goblin on the vehicle. They're gonna come outside. They're gonna ask you to see the VIN, show them the VIN. If you got the bill of origin, which is the piece of paperwork you get from DF Goblin showing that they made the frame and all that stuff, that helps out a lot. So by having that, you don't gotta bond the title, which is perfect because when you get the title, it's not gonna say, bonded or anything like that. You don't gotta get no special insurance or anything like that. So they'll come out, they'll inspect the vehicle, they'll make sure the lights work. They ask you to put the horn, hit the horn, turning signals, high beam, low beam. When you go in, don't have a windshield. So in North Carolina, they're kind of funny about that. If you got a windshield, they want you to have wipers. But if you don't have a windshield, you don't need wipers. So all you got to do is wear goggles. Do not drive this thing to licensing and theft. You got to trailer it, or you got to go get a tow truck, a buddy with a trailer, whatever. Do not drive it to licensing and theft. Another thing you could do is you could just call them and make an appointment. Or you could just go online and make the appointment online, and they'll come out to your house and they'll inspect your vehicle, which it kind of works out also if you don't got a trailer. I had a trailer, so I just put mine on the trailer, drove down there. It was the first one that I was seen in this area of North Carolina, so it was kind of tricky. He came outside, did all his inspection, all the lights, all that stuff, check for, random stuff. They'll just pick, like with mine, they pick the lights. Oh, let me see the receipt for the lights. So I gave them the receipt for the lights. Then there were, let me see the receipt for the seats. And, stuff like that. They just pick something, ask you for it, you got the receipt. Once they notice you got all the receipts for everything, they just stop asking you stuff. The guy that did mine, he was pretty cool. He came outside, he was like, hey, this is the first one I ever seen. I don't know much about him. He had to go inside and talk to his supervisor, but his supervisor was busy. So what he did was he told me, go home, just unload it. And after 10 o'clock, he just came to my house, finished the inspections, took more pictures, took a copy of the title from the Goblin, took a copy of the title from the car. And he told me the less information you provide, the better it is when it comes to stuff like this. So, I just gave him what he asked me for, and that was it. And it worked out good. He took all the pictures, finished everything, sending everything up to Raleigh. Apparently, there's only 2 people in Raleigh that actually do like kit cards and stuff like that. So it took a little while. It took like about a week and a half for them to actually approve it, since they got no doors, no roof. It's just something different. He says it has to go to a higher up supervisor. But yeah, everything worked out great. I got my license plate. The hardest thing was getting insurance, and I went with Geico. And it's only liability. That's the only downside. Nobody really wants to give me full coverage because of the way it looks and everything. They can't estimate a value, so nobody's really willing to do full coverage. Everybody only does liability. Haggerty turned me down because of the way it looks, and yeah, so I just went with Geico. That's it. Any questions? You guys know how to reach me at NC, the little line on the bottom, Goblin. And any questions, usually I respond within 30 to an hour. So 30 minutes to an hour. So I'm pretty active online and stuff. So just any questions, anybody need help in North Carolina, just hit me up and we go from there.